on this, and it has been a grind. I'm very excited that we have made it to the final day. I'm really optimistic about tonight, about who I work for, and it's not because I am, taking a look at polls or riding that polar coaster. It's because of these people right here. The way that these folks have been able to get out and some of the best volunteers I've ever had the honor and privilege of getting to work for. And it's because of who they are working for. Senator Warnock is a man that cares about people from all walks of life. He cares about making sure that families have food on the table, that they can afford their rent, their mortgages, that they have clean air, clean water, that they have good schools that they can attend. And like I said, it's been an absolute honor, privilege to be able to work for him and send him back to the U.S. Senate. So without further ado, Senator Warnock.
Warnock! Re-elect Warnock! Re-elect Warnock! Re-elect Warnock! Re-elect Warnock!
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you all so very much. It's great to be here on Election Day. Thank you all so very much for standing out here. Little moisture in the air. You are definitely committed, and all of us are committed out here. Let me just say that it is the honor of my life to represent the people of Georgia in the United States Senate. 2 years into this job, I still pinch myself every now and then because it's an amazing thing to be able to represent the people of your state. I mean that sincerely. And you deal with a lot of nonsense in Washington, but for me, it's worth it. Yesterday, I was with some union workers, and I remember when we voted to strengthen their pension, which was going to become insolvent. It's one thing to be in your office working on that and to know how important it is. But yesterday, I met the people that impacted. And to see grown men teary, saying thank you for securing my family's financial future. That's why I do this work. That's what makes it worth it for me. Last week I was on the campus of Kennesaw State, and an inspiring gathering of students there. But I remember one young woman who walked up to me and in the photo line. I took a picture with her, but then she wanted to show me her testimony, if you will. And so she pulled her sweater back because she wanted a picture with me and her insulin pump. She is the human face of the public policy that we make. And that's why it has been a privilege for me even to campaign. And the time I spend during recess moving across the state, because I do think that it's important really just to show up for people, to hear from them, because they're the ones who put all of this work in perspective. In my other job as a pastor, I call this the ministry of presence. You know, the problems we work on are complicated. You can't snap your finger and they're solved right away if we're honest. Every now and then you get a win. And sometimes you do transformational work. But in the meantime, the people of Georgia deserve to have someone who understands the concerns of ordinary people. Yes. And who will just be present with them. Yes. Present with workers, present with farmers. Who will listen to women, knowing that they have...
Thank you.
You know, understanding that, the women who are in these patients' rooms tend to know more than the politicians who are mostly male in Washington. So thank you for this honor. It's Election Day. I want to tell everybody to go out and vote. Go out and vote. We had historic turnout during the early voting period, but we should not rest on our laurels. The job is not done. The truth is, my opponent could still win this election. He could. There is a path. More of our voters tend to vote during the early period, and more of his voters tend to vote on election day. So if you haven't voted, by all means vote. And if you've already voted, your job still isn't done, tell everybody in your circle to vote. And I know that it's been a long journey. I know this is my 5th time. This is the 5th time my name's been on the ballot. So I am fully acquainted with tired. But let me tell you my definition of tired this morning. Having to be represented by Herschel Walker for 6 years. That, my friends, will be exhausting. The people of Georgia deserve someone who will walk with them. And Georgia's better than Herschel Walker.
Amen.
Just it. I'm not talking about his humanity. I'm talking about his fitness to serve. Georgia's better than that. And we're not leaving anything to chance, which is why we're standing out here getting sprinkled and baptized again. We're leaving it all on the field. But I got a feeling that the people of Georgia are going to get this right, and we're going to get this done one more time. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
One more time.
Thanks.
One more time. One more time.
Y'all.
One more time. One more time.
All right.
One more time.
Everybody, if we could, we're gonna get a big group photo with the senator real quick. So I'm gonna move this just.
Get everybody back inside.
Yep. All right. So if we can just right here. All the voters, all the canvassers. And then move this one more time. Chad, you want to get in there? And then after this. All right. And then we're gonna be looking right here on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then raise your signs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Say go Warnock! Go Warnock!
Back to the office. Thank you very much.
Yes, there will be a gaggle, folks. Hold tight. I will get you guys set up. We're going to have roughly the same setup so that everybody just like kind of keeps the shot. But we're going to make sure that the microphone gets back where it needs to go. We're going to test the mic one more time. And then he'll come back over. Stay here. Stay here, yes.
We're going to let you know. We promise we're going to let you know.
We're not playing on canvases. Still requesting, by the way, we do need to gaggle.
Sorry, we do need to get. No, I'm trying to exit this way. I will go this way. Perfect. Thank you so much.
I'm in the background of the cell here.
All right, y'all. We do have a
Where am I doing the guy?
I'm going to get right here.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming out.
shoes on.
Serafina will, yeah. Alrighty.
If you're not pressed, please head out of this area. Thank you.
All right. Am I back to centered with you guys? No. A little bit back more? A more to the right? Yeah. Does this look good for folks? A little bit more this way? How are we doing this? Perfect. All right. We're going to do one more mic check for folks just in case. Are we ready? Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Alexandra Getz, Warnock for Georgia, Norcross, Georgia. All right.